Whoa! Not messing around. She will bite. Whoa, 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 whoa! From, look at this, look at this. Woo. Look at that. She is a beast of a king cobra. Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub? A bunch of little baby notebooks. Come take a look at all these little baby cobras. So this is 22 of the 32 eggs or 33 eggs that we had that successfully hatched. There's only a few that were stillborn in the egg that didn't hatch, but these are all beautiful little baby monocled cobras. If you come look right over the top, you can see all these guys have almost a perfect little O on the back of their hood. And that's just to mimic like a little eyeball for a predator. So the snake can hood up, look big and intimidating, and let the animal know I'm still watching you and you can't go and attack me. So now that these guys have been soaking, it's been probably a couple of days or a week since they've hatched, and they're all shedding their skin. You can see all this flaky skin all over the place. They will actually shed their skin about a week after being born or hatched because they're absorbing the yolk in their belly and they're growing. So every time they grow, they have to shed off that old layer of skin. So these little baby monocled cobras are plump and healthy. We're gonna start sticking them all into little containers and separating them so they can dry off and have a little break. We're just gonna take every single one of these guys and put them in the container. Look at this. Some of them are really pretty with gold. Just exploring, checking out the area. Some of them are still in the process of shedding. They'll be able to get that skin off a little bit later. But look how thick and healthy these little baby monocled cobras are. So when you guys saw me free handling them out of the eggs, you know, when they're first hatching out, they're pretty reluctant to bite, but it doesn't mean they won't bite. They all have their own different personality, and some of them are a little bit more testy than others. These guys are pretty laid back. There's only a few of them inside this little batch right here that like to hood up a lot. Just gonna close that up. They're being pretty calm. That's pretty good. Gotta close it up because they start to squirm and worm everywhere. Gonna open that up so we're ready for the next group. Right over here, we got a big old clump. We're gonna see how many we can get. Oh, and we got one. Beautiful, fat little monocled cobra. And we're gonna probably end up donating all these babies to a venom lab so they can be used for anti-venom production and also different medical research, because the venom's not just used for anti-venom as a serum for the bite itself, but they can also use that venom to make different kinds of medications. How cool is that? Big scoop, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, big scoop. Get them all in the container, keep them all at bay, keep them all at bay. Oh my God, oh my God, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that, oh, little baby cobras. I love cobras, my favorite snakes out there. Look at that big old pile of cobras. There we go. Whew, that was a pain in the butt. So we got 22 cobras, nice and soaked, good to go. We're just gonna put them right over here on the side, stick them in the incubator for now, but all these guys are gonna go to a venom lab where their venom will be used for life-saving anti-venom. How cool is that? Monocled cobras, one of my favorite snakes in the world. Look at those faces. Little buttercup, it's so lovely, but one bite, look, and you'll be dead on the ground. Unfortunately, we have this little baby cobra that did not hatch out of the egg successfully, a stillborn. We don't want that snake to go to waste. We're gonna offer this little baby snake to the Klet Snake, which is a snake eater or a reptile specialist out in Australia. These guys come from, look at this, look at this. These guys come from Australia in the outback, like Queensland, Australia. And these guys eat other snakes. They're in the black snake family, which are famous for eating other snakes. Look at that. Beautiful. Loves to eat little baby cobras, like a little spaghetti treat. So this guy is in the top 15 most venomous in the world. The Klet Snake has the ability to drop you dead. If you survive its bite, it has the ability to take away your sense of smell and taste for the rest of your life. So it's like COVID, but it's not really COVID. It's the COVID snake. You can see he's just gonna slurp down this baby cobra like it's nothing. He's almost done. He's folding it like a taco and eating it real quick, just like me when I go eating Mexican food. Look at him. Meatball the Klet Snake. So the Klet Snake is from the black snake family, and the monocled cobra is from the Naja family. So the true cobras. Look at that. Ooh, a little bit of bubbly going on. He loves to eat other snakes. So whenever we can replicate his diet from the wild, we will do that. Unfortunately, sometimes that's when you have stillborn snakes that don't make it out of the egg. You happy, Meatball? He is such a cool snake. Look at that face. Just a little bit left. And voila. That is a certified Australian. So Justina shed her skin, but unfortunately she has stuck shed on one of her eye caps and part of her head. You can see she's got broken up skin all over the place. So I'm gonna clean up her enclosure, but first we're gonna soak her and get her out of there first. So you guys stay right here. I'm gonna go in there and get her. And Hopefully nice and smooth. All right. Big, beautiful Indonesian king cobra female. Trying to safely get her out of here into the soaking receptacle. Woo! That's a cranky king cobra. She's not one to play with. So usually we use this new snake holding receptacle where you can see through the top. Unfortunately, the plumbing was just recently broken, so I got to fix it. So we're going back to the old snake holding receptacle, our good old can. Nice old school fun way to do it. There we go. Whoa! Just trying to keep out of her strike zone as much as I can. Ooh, she's cranky. Beautiful, look at that. Indonesian king cobra, one of the most fierce snakes in the world. Look at that, deep stuck shed right on that eyeball. We want to get rid of that for her so she's more comfortable. There we go, right there. Oh, whoa. It's okay, Mama. Relax, relax. Nothing here, nothing to see. A little bit of a boop, okay? Boop here to get you back. There we go, right there. Right there into the holding receptacle. There we go. Yeah. Shakir. I'm gonna clean up all the mess in her enclosure, and I'll see you guys in a moment because we're done doing the split. All right, beautiful people. Let's see where this king cobra's at. Let me just get my little handy dandy snake hook I use for my 13-footers right here. And we're just gonna pop that open. There we go. So she's actually in a great position for me right now. She's got her head low in the water. If you come look, she's just hanging out right, woo, she's hanging out there right at the surface. Whoa, look at that, look at that, look at that. Beautiful, cranky little king cobra. She is not messing around, look at that. She's a tough king cobra. She does not mess around. She will bite, she will envenomate, so I gotta be very careful. Although I've known this snake for many, many years, she is still extremely dangerous for me to handle. And I take great caution in handling this king cobra. Hear her growl, letting me know she is not messing around. Nice and easy. That is a beast of a king cobra. Woo! Look at that. Whoa! All right, let's try to redirect her over here. Look at that. She's a beast of a king cobra. She's intense. Nice and easy. She was real intense to work with today. All right, let's get her body out. Nice and easy. Look at that. Big, beautiful Indonesian king cobra. So you see we got the head scales, work with that first. Move our way down, try to get those neck scales done. The biggest scales of the head are right around those venom glands. So get that all so it doesn't pile up all nasty. But look at that, right here. Just coated on the eye cap, crusted. Bam, just like that. Gently getting that eye cap off. There we go. Not easy, not for the faint of heart. Very, very dangerous snake to grab behind the head. Woo! Oh! She's not messing around. She will bite. Woo! Get on up. an intense snake. All right, now let's do something a little bit easier. Let's go weed whack the crocodiles. All right, beautiful people, I gotta clean up some of the croc pens. We got Nadia hanging out right here. I think she's not feeling the food because usually she'd come chasing after me. But we have these wild rabbits that go through the enclosures, and I'm thinking maybe she actually ate a rabbit on her own, but we'll see real quick. You hungry? Nadia. Nadia, come on. Come on, Nadia. Oh, come on. Come on, Nadia. Nice and easy, Nadia. Whoa, come on, Nadia. There you go, mama. Beautiful, critically endangered Siamese crocodile from Asia. These guys can get around like 12, 13 foot. Some of the biggest crocodiles that exist are actually hybrids between the Siamese and the saltwater crocodile at the crocodile farms in Asia. That's part of how they went from being almost completely extinct to actually making a comeback because they made it legal to crocodile farm. So they started making these hybrids, breeding the crap out of them, and producing the skins and the meat so they didn't have to poach wild crocodiles. Look how beautiful she is. Look at her eyes. Got my brand new weed whacker. Got a new weed whacker. Gonna give it a little spin. Come on! Come on! Don't worry, it's fine. It's a brand new weed whacker. Oh!
This has been my recipe. You better watch them bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mixes, drown it out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear, water clear.
That wasn't as cool as I thought it'd be. All right, so dwarf crocodile enclosure is overgrown like crazy. Before we start making noise, let's go check her out. She's right here in the back. She's been utilizing all this dry land because it's a very terrestrial type of crocodile. And you can walk right this way. She'll be chilling right here. What's going on, mama? She just ate a bunch of food. So as you can see, she's doing real good. And she likes it when I pet her on the back right here, right? No, she doesn't like it too much. But she's a beautiful African dwarf crocodile. Gorgeous looking scalation, almost jet black. She's doing great. Beautiful African dwarf crocodile.
I go near, let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up. The money I color up.
There's only one way to end this episode, and that's swimming with Kaido in this blistering heat. Come on, Kaido, come! I'll get the fish. Go get the fish. Moby Dick! Look, it's Moby Dick, the infamous Moby Dick, the newest Avenger, the newest roster on the roster of Chandler's Wild World characters. He's doing great, nice and well adjusted. I was worried for him at first. He wasn't swimming around too good for the first 30 minutes, but now he's thriving. Looks like he's doing great in here. And we're just gonna feed these fish just a little bit of fish food. I never want to overfeed these guys. Never want to overfeed them. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long, what was I talking? Oh, a little bit goes a long way. That's what I was saying. There we go. A little bit on the duck for the duck bugs. There we go. The bag is done. Now we can enjoy all these fish coming in for a feast here at Chandler's Wild World. By the way, book the tour at chandlerswildlife.com where I'll give you the tour myself. Look at that white whale, Moby Dick, right here in his white flesh, right in front of me. Whoa, you see that? Look at that catfish right there. Beautiful specimen, red-tailed cat. We got an albino pacu down below. I gotta get a GoPro and get in here underwater so we can film a whole underwater episode with the otter and all these cool catfish that are nice and adjusted now. I'll tell you what, it's been a real good time hanging out with you boys and girls, soaking cobras, whacking my weeds, whacking off with y'all, letting you watch me whack off, just having a good time whacking it, waking it, getting freaky with it, having a good time, following your dreams, staying passionate about what you love. Comment below, what do you love? Don't write anything weird. Anyways, look at this, you see that? There's a bull pacu in there. You know what you gotta do with the bull pacu, right? You gotta give him a ride. Ew! Stay passionate about what you love. Even if it is snakes that want to bite you. Well, I hope you learned something on this episode of Chandler's Wildlife. Take something with your home. Share it with your teacher. Share it with your friends. Tell your grandmother about it. She doesn't have long to live, but tell her something. She needs it. Well, beautiful people, I'll see you on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and most of all, follow your dreams and stay passionate about everything you love.
Tonight.